Hey ladies, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Let's Talk Fashion with me, your girl Nia. Today we're going to talk about sizing. I've worked in a boutique for over a decade, and within that boutique, I found that I literally wear anywhere from an extra small to a large, meaning I wear an extra small, small, medium, and large. Yeah, that is exactly. But let me explain. Every medium is not the same. It depends on who's making the garment and how it's cut. So across the board, in all brands, I am not a true medium, which is why I say I'm an extra small to a large, because in my closet right now, I have all of those sizes. I come across women on a regular who are very size specific, who are very, I am a medium and that's the size I wear. I could look at someone and know exactly what size to pull. Grant you, I will get that size for you if you say you're a medium, but if I know a brand and I know the way the brand runs, I'm going to account for that. So if a brand runs generous, I'm gonna make sure that I have the medium that you requested, but I'm also gonna have a small because I know the brand runs generous. Flip side, if I know the brand runs a little small, I'm gonna make sure that I have the next size up for you so you're not, left hanging with the size medium that I knew wasn't gonna fit you in the first place, because I know the brand and I know it's cut a little small. Wear the size that fits you best, not the size, letter it says. So if it's a small and you know you're an extra small, but the small fits, get the small. Don't be so exclusive to the letter that's in the garment, because that will fail you every time. Go with what looks good on your body. When you're in that fitting room and you're trying something on, if it looks good on you and it's in a size that looks good, then go with that size. Go with what fits. Next, sizes come in odd numbers as well as even numbers, and I will explain. So in fashion, there are junior brands and there are Missy brands, there are petite brands, there are women brands, there are different types of brands. And within those brandings, there are different sizing. So for example, when you're looking at a garment and it has an odd number size, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, you're dealing with a junior brand. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that that particular designer for that particular garment is cutting the clothes for a junior market, for a younger body type, maybe less curves, maybe different proportions, something a little younger looking, generally speaking. So if you're, let's say, a woman who is in her mid-30s and you're wearing sizing that is odd numbered, probably you're not looking the best that you can. And I'm not gonna say that it doesn't look good on you, but you are in a junior brand and you probably have a woman or Missy body, and you should be wearing not these odd numbers that are cut for 13, 15, and 17-year-olds, maybe even sometimes 11, but something that's more tailored and cut to your body type, because as you know, a junior body and a woman's body is very different because of gravity, because of anatomy, because of babies, because of diet, because of a bunch of different things. A bunch of different things go into it. So just know that that sizing in the odd numbers is a junior size. In ladies, you get even numbers: 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. That is a lady's cut. That is a sizing that is prepared for a woman's body. So let's just say that is, from anywhere, I don't know, 25 and up, let's say. But even a junior could technically wear a woman's size 0, because I would put the junior in a size 0 in a, let's say if the junior is a size 1 to 3, I would start them in the size 0 and maybe the 2, but probably not even the 2, because 2 could be a little much for a junior size 1 or 0 or 3 even. But know that when you're in the even numbers and you're a woman, then you're in the right place, because those are the sizes for you. Generally speaking, and this ranges, and don't quote me exactly, but from what I've seen in my years of experience, you know, a extra small would be anywhere between like a 0, maybe a 2, a small 2 to 4, a medium 6, maybe 8, depending on how big the size run goes. And then a large could be anywhere between an 8, 10, 12. And then extra large would be in your 12, 14. It depends. Because what happens is when you're at a department store, you get a range of sizes, You get the sizing of the junior, so you get the odd numbers. You also get the even numbers, which could go from 0 to maybe 22. And you also get petite. But when you're at a smaller boutique, for example, or a retail chain, typically speaking, they have a customer in mind. And you will find that if you're not in a big department store, a Dillard's or a Nordstrom or whatever, it's really honed down to a specific market, to a specific, customer, and it may not have the range and size that you're looking for. And that is by design, because let's face it, when you're in a boutique, you don't have a ton of square footage. So you don't have a lot of space to go deep into a bunch of sizes. It's easier for you to stick to a size group and then buy within that. So your size run may look something like 0 to 8 or 2 to 10. And that's where you're going to stay, because you don't have the real estate within the store, the square footage, if you will, to satisfy extra large, 0 all the way up to 22, plus petite and anything in between. It's just, you could literally have 5 different looks and have a store full of that if you go through all the sizes. Where if you keep your sizes nice and tight, you can have a multitude of looks within the range of a smaller group of people. So I know that a lot of petite women or plus size women will come into the boutique that I worked at, and they'd be kind of disappointed because we didn't satisfy their sizing. And it had nothing to do with the fact that we didn't want to, more the fact that this is the amount of space we have, this is the customer we're focused on, and this is who we're selling to. And I've been to other places like, Old Navy, for example, where they have a range of sizes. They do the petites, they do the juniors, they do the missies, the plus sizes, the regular sizes, they do it all. But they also have really big stores. So that's something else to keep in mind. If you're in a certain size group, I would say you're gonna have the most success if you stay at the retailer that's within your size category. You can go outside, but you're gonna be really setting yourself up for some disappointments. And let's face it, we all want to go into the fitting room and have a win. So make sure that you're having the most wins you can by going into the spaces that have what you're looking for your specific body needs. Let's talk petite. A lot of times I also get that petite customer who can technically wear a size 2, maybe 4, but what ends up happening is a petite has a smaller proportion. So the petite will be from shoulder to elbow, and from elbow to wrist, a different size than the regular sizing for a woman. So what I find is, yes, the petite lady could technically wear the size 2 or 4, but unfortunately the proportions were cut for just a regular body size, something like mine, and the proportions weren't, fit to her specific body proportions. So it would look long or a little big, or the garment would be wearing her versus her wearing the garment. And I find that a lot of the times when the petites put on something and it's a close fit, if I kind of raise the top a little bit, like maybe a couple inches, then everything now fits. And that is just because the petite sizing from her neck to her waist is going to be different than mine. And that even happens with regular women in regular sizes, because everybody has a different anatomy. Some people have long torsos, some people have short torsos, some people have long legs, some people have really broad around the, through the shoulders. So just keep in mind, when you want to have your successes, petite ladies, make sure that you're really honing in on and knowing where to find, your petite cuts, because probably, very likely, you're going to find more things that work for you within those petite sections, because your proportions aren't cut in the same manner as just a regular size run. So I hope this video was helpful for you. And thank you so much for tuning in. If there's anything that you would like me to, any topics you'd like me to cover, please feel free to let me know. And you can leave me a comment. Make sure you like, subscribe if this information is at all helpful for you. If there's anything that you want me to tackle, and I will make sure that I, hit those topics. I have a ton of topics coming up, so stay posted. Basically, everything I've given you is for jackets, tops, and dresses. And the next time I want to talk to you about pants and denim. Thank you so much, guys.